Here's every change to Bloxburg in 2025 this far. To start off the year, we had update 0.13.40 in January. This update was a relatively smaller one, with the patch note saying, "The season of love is here. Whether you're planning a cute get-together or just hanging out with friends, this Valentine's update has all of the heart-shaped goodness you didn't know you needed. From adorable decor to sweet treats, it's time to spread the love and soak in the magic." As for the actual changes in the update, they removed the snow on the map as well as the winter items following the end of the annual Christmas and winter update. They also re-added Valentine's Day items and foods. The sweet stand outside the BFF supermarket returned, as well as a new Valentine's themed boba shop. They also added some brand new Valentine's items and foods, the brand new glamorous items which brought a new set of furniture to the game, as well as ballet shoes which came with a new ballet animation and new emotes, and as always they made some minor bug fixes to the game. For the rest of January, February and March there were no major updates to the game. However, on the 1st of April there was update 0.14.0 which was the April Fool's update. And this update happens every year and I still think it's probably one of my favourites because it's just so stupid and fun to add to the game every year. Anyway, this year's April Fool's update gave the map a full-on duck theme, which I remember some people actually thought was the real map update, which is so funny. Anyway, this update added a full-on quest where you had to find 30 ducks that were hidden all around the map, and once you found them all you'd be rewarded with a trophy. And I think the cool part to me about this update was that every single duck you found became an item in your inventory that you could decorate with, and here is the full-on duck room I built in my BLOXBURG house using this update. And finally, with this update there was actually a secret 31st duck which was hidden up in the mountains, which was the mermaid duck, and oh my god, this duck was a pain in the ass to find. The next update was also in April, and it was the April update part 2, 0.15.0, with the notes reading, "It's the time to head outdoors and enjoy the sunshine, Bloxburg style." Update 0.15.0 is all about the fun in the sun, with brand new playground and park assets ready to bring your builds to life. Ready to build the ultimate community hangout or backyard paradise of your dreams? And in this update they made a few changes, adding playground items, adding park items, some clutter items, and as always some minor bug fixes. Going into May, there were no major updates. Let's skip forward to June 2025 with the 0.16.0 update. The notes read, "Notice something a little different when you logged in today? That's because Bloxburg is finally getting a facelift. The first part of our UI user interface overhaul has arrived, and it's all about making things easier and more fun to use. With a brand new cell phone style layout and more accessible buttons, navigating Bloxburg is smoother than ever." The changes this update brought was a new main menu, a cell phone stylized UI, a new game screen with the moods, skills, backpack and everything moved around, as well as a brand new pre-built dainty dwelling. This update was relatively controversial at first, with players even threatening another revolt against the game, which was way too much. But I think a few months later, people have already accepted this update and I think they quite like it. At first, I think the new phone and the new layout was quite shocking and jarring because it was so different to what we had before. But if I'm honest, I think this not only looks way better, I think it's so much easier for new players to understand, and it also allows the game to grow as it's easily expandable. The only thing I do hope they update soon is the build mode UI, because right now it's so different to the rest of it that it just looks odd. And as for the pre-built dainty dwelling, it is a $52,500 house. It is a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom house, which is actually really good for the price, and it is a very cute pink themed house, and I'm pretty sure it is the first pre-built of the year. The next update also happened in June, and this was the appearance of the meteor in the sky. Now, whilst this update is not mentioned in the update logs, in the beginning of June, players noticed a meteor had formed in the Bloxburg sky, and with this meteor came a brand new cutscene when you first joined the game, depicting the Bloxburg players reacting to the meteor and all the changes, and basically teasing the map update. Over the next few days, up until the map update officially came out, the meteor got closer and closer, which takes us to probably the most anticipated and biggest Bloxburg update in history, the map update. The long-awaited brand new map happened in June 2025, and with this they changed the way updates are logged, so now we are up to update 1.0.0. The notes for the map update say, "The wait is finally over and what you've all been looking for is finally here. The citizens of Bloxburg are safe from the meteor and they are ready to welcome you to a bigger, better, brand new town. With our 1.0 release, you can now explore a new Bloxburg map filled with both new and familiar locations, more areas to discover, different plot spots to build on, and tons of new possibilities for roleplay. So get ready to make new memories, start fresh adventures, and experience everything the new town has to offer. Welcome to Bloxburg." And really quickly before we dive into talking about this update, let's talk about the changes. The update notes list the updated map, adding public transportation, added scooters and bike rentals, added new city items, added new materials, adding a brand new pre-built Modest Meadows, and finally minor bug fixes. As I've already said in this video, the Bloxburg map update is probably the biggest update the game will ever see. So in this video where I'm just summarizing the updates this year, I probably won't be able to talk about everything that the map update brought. But the new map I think was honestly a huge success. Like, even online now, I don't think anyone really has a proper issue with the map. And I know the update update wasn't perfect. Like, I know there were loads of features that people really didn't like the speed limits, which actually were changed today. But overall, I think the way the map is laid out, the way it was even released with the live event and everything like that was so well done. And I genuinely don't think BLOXBURG could have done any better with this, the entire event. Like, I think it was done really well. And I think people are finally excited about the game again. And that can be seen in the player count, which hasn't been this high in so many years. And I think what I love most about the new map is similar to what I love about the new UI. And that is the fact that it is so easily expandable. I don't want to spoil the next update we talk about, but we do see they add more locations, and in the future we're going to see so many more new locations added. And with the old map, those possibilities just weren't a possibility because of the way the map was structured, the way it was laid out. It was all just kind of small and cramped, whereas this new map is so big but not overly big. It still leaves room for growth, and I think that's why the map update was so successful, because it gives the game a future. Like, it gives the game a potential to look forward to. But anyway, really quickly, I want to mention the new items that this update brought. They were very random. Like, a lot of them were just things that they added to the town that they also added to build mode. The most notable to me being the mini old map, which is such a cool and cute item. And finally, before we move on to the final big update of this year so far, alongside the map revamp, they added one more pre-built called Modest Meadows by Panda Lemon Tart, and it is a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, $30,000 BLOXBURG house. And I think this pre-built was a perfect one to add with the map revamp, as it kind of gives like early stage gameplay. Like, to me, this house is really accessible to new players who worked maybe a few hours and then they can afford this house. And overall, to me, it was just a really good addition to this already great update. Moving on to our final major update of the year in July 2025 with update 1.1.0. The notes for this update say, "We hope you've been loving the map so far, and guess what? There's even more to explore now. Update 1.1.0 brings a wave of summer content with 3 brand new locations: a public pool, a flower shop, and a laundromat. Whether you're cooling off, grabbing a bouquet, or doing your weekly wash, there is something new for everyone to enjoy." And then going into the changes for this update, we have new locations being the public pool, the flower shop, and the laundromat, brand new pool and laundromat items, new miscellaneous items, new textures, new movies to the movie theatre, brand new pre-built Barista Bay, and Hawksridge Hall, however you say that, and once again, minor bug fixes. This update followed a poll BLOXBURG did on Twitter where they asked what new places should come to the map, and even though the flower shop was the most voted for place, they ended up adding the flower shop and the laundromat, and not only just that, they also added a brand new pool. This update was amazing, and it was so quick after the map update that people really didn't expect it. As well as that, adding new roleplay places or even just new places in town for you to explore and look at is always a great update, and once again was following in the recent streak of actually good BLOXBURG updates, which is amazing to see. As for the pre-builts in this update, we have Barista Bay by Robuilds, which is a coffee shop, kind of like almost street city vibe, which is $320,000 and I think looks really cool. And we also have Hawksridge Hall by Capdo, which is a £1.05 million house, or dollar house. Sorry, my British slipped out there, but this house is insanely cool, and I think you need to check it out for yourself because it is so good. And I will also really quickly mention that other pre-builts have been added this year, but they haven't been mentioned in the update logs, hence I haven't spoken about them in this video. So if you want me to do a video talking about every single pre-built in the game and like ranking which ones you should get or discussing whether they are worth it or anything like that, then make sure to let me know. And maybe stay tuned because maybe I'll be having a pre-built coming soon. Who knows? No spoilers, but maybe. But anyway, that is every major update that's happened to Welcome to BLOXBURG in 2025 so far. If you liked this video, make sure to comment below, and maybe at the end of the year I'll make a full year recap. And on top of that, I'm also kind of thinking of doing every single BLOXBURG update in history since the game started, but that's kind of a crazy list, so let me know if you want me to do that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching and making it this far into the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if for some reason you enjoyed any of this. And I also really quickly wanted to mention, if you're curious about what updates we're getting later in this year, check out my last video talking about every single thing we know coming to the new BLOXBURG school, and I'll link that in the description below.